It's so surprising that um, we think that waking up every day is normal. It's so surprising that we think um, we are healthy because it's normal. And there's so many things that we think are normal, but they're not. It has taken God's grace, God's mercy, God's glory, and God's favor for us to have whatever we have, to be whatever we are, to be where we are. Mm. Last year, a time like now, if you could have told me that I'll sit and talk about the mercy of God, I'll say you're lying. I'll say it can never happen. I'll say, I used to say that as long as I have faith in God and as long as I pray to God, I believe there's a creature, I thought that was enough until this year. Everything has changed. Even me doing this video, it's not my likeness. It's not like I don't know how to explain it, but it has taken God's grace for me to feel this free to share his word or to talk about him. I'm not necessarily preaching. I don't think that's what I'm doing right now. Because since yesterday I've been feeling this urge of talking about God's mercy. And yesterday, remember, I listened to this song. Uh, the song is called Mercy by Moses Bliss, if I'm not wrong. Guys, I'm not good at remembering the artist, but I think it's Moses Bliss. And this Pastor Jerry, Apostle Jerry. I guess I'll just put the song here. The first day I listened to the song, I felt like I've been so ungrateful. And I'm always this person who says that we should be grateful for everything that we have. We should give thanks. But I've never thought of it that there is mercy that God gives us. There is a way God forgives our sins, at sometimes without pleading. Sometimes we sin and we just forget about it. We forget about the sin that we've committed, and we move on, like we live our life like it's normal. I don't know how to explain this, but the day I listened to the Mercy song, it was my first day listening to it, like I guess 3 or 4 days ago, mostly 3 days ago. Then yesterday, as I was listening to gospel music in general, it played again, and I listened to it, and I felt the urge of telling people that God's mercy is not something that we should take for granted. And I did like a small clip, posted it on my TikTok and my WhatsApp stories, and I didn't feel it enough. Last night at midnight, I was listening to Joshua Selman. He was live on this Christian TV. I don't remember the name. I guess I'll also tag it here. I'm so bad at remembering the channel, the artist, but with time, I guess I'll get used to it. But yes, I was listening to Joshua Selman, and it's got to me. So last night, I felt like I need to talk about mercy in a way that everyone will understand. I don't know. And I posted it at midnight. I did not care about algorithm. You know, there's this thing people say the algorithm of whatever, it won't get to many people. I did not care about that. I just posted the video that I did about Mercy on TikTok. I posted it on Instagram at 12 at midnight, and I sat down and continued listening to the sermon. And today morning on this broadcast that I joined, it's the one for Hallelujah Challenge. They were talking about mercy, the mercy of God, and how mercy can work wonders. And I felt like I should talk about it. I should do a full video about it. And this is what I need to tell you guys. Sometimes we sin and we do not ask for forgiveness, but still, um, we keep on living life. We keep on waking up in the morning, breathing. You know, it's not normal. It has taken God's mercy. God has forgiven you. I don't know how I should put it, but here's the thing. There's a lot of things that we do that are not pleasing God, but still God forgives us. You know, God still gives us the breath of life. God still lets us have our daily needs. I was reading this book. It was also on the broadcast. It was Luke, I think it was Luke, yeah, Luke 18, 10 to 14. It was talking about the Pharisee and the publican that went to church to pray. And the Pharisee was so proud, and he was mentioning things that he has done, the deeds that he has done for God, like fasting 2 days a week. And he was telling God, I, I give tithe of all my properties. It's more of boasting to God, but still he's asking God to bless him. But he's judging others, like where he said he's not like other people, you know, he's comparing himself to other people and trying to show God the reason to why he should be blessed. But this publican, he's a tax collector, and he goes to God. He's even afraid of looking at the heavens and asks God for mercy, for he is a sinner. And that publican is the one that God justifies. You know, God forgives the humble. If you humble yourself in front of God, if you ask for mercy, God is gonna do great things in your life and God is gonna forgive you. And the summary of the things I got from the broadcast is, whenever you feel like things are not working your way, whenever you feel like God is not answering your prayers, go to God, ask for mercy, be humble in front of God. Thank Him. Ask Him for forgiveness, for we are all sinners. Guys, I am always this person when I'm praying. The first thing I start with is thanksgiving. I glorify God for gift of life. I glorify God for the gift of food, shelter. I think I've been praying like a kid, like we were taught in our Sunday school days, that you should always ask God for, you should always be grateful. I think I was taught I should always give thanks for food, shelter, till dates. I usually pray like that. Like the first thing I usually do is give God thanks for food, shelter. And the second thing, but this has come recently, is I'm always asking God for forgiveness, because I believe most of us sin every day. You might not steal for you to sin, but you will lie. Sometimes you don't even want to lie. Like for me, I've been telling God I want to stop lying, even on the small, small things. uh, I want to be an honest person. I've always wanted even honest friends. I usually tell my friends, even my partners, if I'm in a relationship, if there's something I ask them to do, is not to lie to me. But I realized I also lie at some point. And I'm asking God to help me stop lying. And there's this day I was listening to Pastor Harrison Nyanga, and he said he was also someone who lies. And there's this preacher that told him someone can go for a month without lying. And he was surprised. And he counted how many times he lied that day. He found out that he lied 8 times. Then he was asking his people, like, if I am a pastor and I have lied 8 times, ask yourself, how many times have you lied? And I sat down and asked myself, is it even worth lying? Why do I even lie? Is it necessary? And I gave myself a challenge that day, and I told myself, from today, I'll stop lying. I'll tell you the truth. I don't care how you're gonna take it. I don't care if it pleases you or not, but I'll be outspoken. I'll always speak the truth. But it's hard. It's not easy, because sometimes there's sometimes that we lie to get ourselves out of mess, you know. But it's good to try not to lie. So the point is, we do sin every day. So when we're praying, let us always remember to ask for forgiveness, because we are human beings and we sin. And if you go to God with a humble heart, a faithful one, um, God will forgive you. Again, on this video, I said there is no sin that is big in front of God, no sin that God cannot forgive, as long as you go with a genuine heart. You're asking for forgiveness genuinely and with the intentions of not sinning again, you know, with the intentions of, you're not just going to ask God for forgiveness, whereas tomorrow there's this person, I must con this person. You're going to continue conning people, or you continue sinning. Whatever sin you commit, God will not forgive you. But when you go to God with intentions of stopping whatever you're doing or whatever sin that you're committing, I believe God will forgive you and God will have mercy on you because He's a merciful God. He forgives. I guess that is all I needed to share. But guys, God's mercy is important and it's there. And it's not normal for us to live every day, to eat every day, to have children every day. It's not normal. You just wake up, but you don't glorify God for that. Maybe we should stop. We should seek God, and God will bless you. Yeah. So, guys, I'm just here to spread the word. I'm not preaching. I saw someone calling me a preacher somewhere. No, I'm not a preacher. I just got something to say, and I think I just should say it. And whenever I feel like doing something, nothing will stop me from doing it. And whatever people or say is not up to me. That's up to you. Whatever you think about it, that's up to you. But for me, I'll tell you what I think is right. And may God bless you all. Have a nice time. And thank you for watching this video. Please apply it in your life. And I'm sure you'll be blessed.